All right, now on a personal crime story, many of you are following the Gabby Petitio case. And this is a young woman who disappeared on September 11th. She was on a trip with her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. Brian Laundrie, there he is. And she disappeared. And then authorities in Wyoming found her dead. It's a homicide. Now, there was a incident between Miss Petitio and Mr. Laundrie in Utah. And the Moab, Utah police were called and did nothing. So now the head of Moab Police Department is going on a leave of absence because his force didn't do anything. Police Chief Brett Edge. So I wanted to talk to a guy who knows the Utah law enforcement community as well as anybody, and also knows the federal government. Let's bring in Brett Tolman from Salt Lake City. He's a former U.S. attorney for Utah. So I wanted to ask you about Durham, too. We'll do that after Gabby Petitio. So what did the Moab police do wrong here?
You know, Bill, this state is a state that has a no tolerance, must arrest if you're dispatched on a domestic violence. And here, it's painful to watch the the body cam of the police officers, because when they get there, they seem to they don't have the right facts in mind. They do the proper thing and separate the two. But somewhere along the line, they are told two times before they change with these individuals. They're told two times that the male was seen hitting the female on the street multiple times.
That's by a witness, right?
That's correct.
A witness who called 911 told the police department a male was hitting a female. The Moab police then responded. And what did they do wrong?
What they did wrong, first of all, is they asked, Brian, did you hit her? He said, no, I pushed her, but he had inconsistent marks on his face and on his arms that would suggest that there was a fight. They asked Gabby, and she is crying and sobbing, and she indicates that she kind of was pushing and hitting him, and denies that he hit her. So now they have an objective third-party witness that has said that they saw the male hit the female, and they, of course, have both of the individuals denying that. They have no choice. They have to arrest. They entertain for a second arresting her. And so they come to the conclusion that they want to talk to the witness. They talk to one of the witnesses, but they don't talk to the witness that saw Brian hit Gabby. And so at this point, they decide not to arrest Gabby, who they were thinking about, and they simply separate the two. That is a violation of the policy that their office has and of Utah state law.
Do we know why they didn't interview the guy who called 911, the eyewitness who said that Laundrie hit Gabby?
We don't yet. In fact, it was not public for some time that they were told that Brian had hit Gabby. And that just barely came out. The dispatch told them twice that Brian hit her.
All right. So they screwed up by not bringing them into the police station and further investigating and trying to gather all the facts. That was the big screw up, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Now, is this Chief Edge, is he the fall guy here, or is he responsible for some of this? Should he be on administrative leave?
Well, I know this chief. He's a good officer. He's a good man. I think he's probably right at this point going to be the one that says, hey, the buck stops with me. I'm taking responsibility. They weren't trained properly and they made some mistakes. I think these officers will probably be subjected to some discipline as well. But it doesn't surprise me that this police chief is taking the heat on this.
Hey, I'm sure you've noticed that everything is getting more expensive. And with all this printing money and spending by the progressives, I'm concerned the dollar's end could be near. If the government continues this way, the dollar could freefall and lose its coveted role as the world's reserve currency. That's why there's never been a more important time to consider gold and silver to protect you and your family. And American Hartford Gold is the only company I'm happy to put my name behind. I have done business with them myself. It just takes a quick phone call and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. So please don't wait. Call 866-501-5201, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.